friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, and of course welcome to another episode of our dramione fanfiction recommendation. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a dramione fanfictions that are told from another person, another character's point of view. I've had this video idea for a long time, but I just completely forgot about it until I talked to you guys about Transparency by Might Be Writing in my random dramione fanfiction, right? So in this video, you guys are going to get 7 more. The fanfiction that I'll be sharing with you guys in this video for today's are one shot. They are just like itty bitty pieces of joy, so I won't go into too much detail lest I give it our way for you guys. I guarantee you guys that they are very well written, well thought out dramione fanfiction. They are very unique premises in writing that you don't come across very often in dramione fandom. So let's get the video started, shall we? Honorable mention to Transparency by Might Be Writing. Transparency by Might Be Writing is told from a ghost point of view, and it is an 8-year story where we get to observe the story of Dramione healing, for second chances, new friendship, all of that good stuff from a point of view of a ghost. Talk about this story a little bit more in my last video. If you guys want a little bit more details on Transparency by Might Be Writing, please head over to that video. Now, the first true recommendation that we have in this video is In a Different Light by Pink Panda. This is my favorite Dramione story that is told from another person point of view. That another person is Ron Weasley. We get to see the story of how Hermione fall out of love with Ron and in love with Draco Malfoy through Ron's eyes. This story is a masterpiece full of emotion. It is written in a very beautiful, poetic, lyrical, literary way. Pink Panda is just a witch when it comes to putting soul into her stories. I would recommend you guys read Pink Panda story. I cry when I read this story. Beautiful, written in a very angsty way. It's just perfect. The next dramione recommendation we have is a little bit lighter. It's a lot lighter actually, and it is The Unbearable Tedium of Romance by Smokey Baltic. And this story is told from Severus Snape's point of view. Get kind of like an unexpected forced proximity story. Snape and Hermione are working together as unspeakable as the Stonehenge. For some reason, somehow Hermione's mudblood scar came into conversations, and Snape recommends someone who is very good at experimental potion to kind of take that case, and that someone we know is Draco Malfoy. Apart from the fact that this is a forced proximity fic and it is a fic that is told from another person's point of view, I know that a lot of people in the fandom, a lot of readers are interested in reading more about Hermione's scar and also the parallel between Hermione's scar and Draco's dark mark. So if that is what you're looking for right now, I would recommend reading this story. I love this story specifically because it is told from Snape's point of view. We all know Snape already. The story is written with such wit and it is so close in character with him. I guarantee you that you have a good time with this story. However, no matter how fluffy and how humorous this story is, I can't help but feel a little bit heartbroken for Snape in this story because we all know what happened with his story in canon. I kind of feel like it's a bittersweet moment when he realized his parallel in Draco and Hermione. Overall, it is just a unique piece of work, short but complete, with love, with angst, with humor. I feel like it's just a perfect dose of Dramione for me personally. The next story is some point of view that you don't know you need until you have heard of this story, and that is Only the Cold by Blue movie. The story is told from the point of view of Vincent Craig. This is a 5th-year story where Vincent observed Draco falling in love, having feeling for someone forbidden while pretending that he doesn't. He is caught by Vincent Craig of all people. Honestly, I don't think that Vincent Craig is a character that are featured a lot in the Dramione fandom. I was just completely surprised by how observant and how understanding he is in this story. Honestly, this story is a little bit angsty because it is about unrequited love, but I want to be optimistic and think that Draco will get Hermione in the future somehow, some way. And like I said, you don't think you need this point of view until you get to see this story, okay? You will just remember this fic for a long time, even though it's a very short fic. The next story we have is just a complete crack fic, okay? Like, I don't have any other word to describe it. Have with Elegant Narcissa Malfoy by Captain Ray Chill. You may have guessed it, but this story is told from Narcissa Malfoy's point of view. In fact, we are reading her diary entries. I feel like that whole thing I just said already signaled to you guys that it is going to be a crack fic, and it is a crack fic that is just packed with like dark humor and very like crazy details. Just a crazy piece of work have not seen before in the Dramione fandom, and you will never get to see it again in the Dramione fandom. It is just like a one-of-a-kind piece of work. I have no word for it. This story you just have to read. It is an experience, and so you just have to go out there and experience it for yourself. Now that we have already got Narcissa Malfoy out of the way, of course we cannot forget our Princess Lucius Malfoy, right? The next recommendation we have is Make Him Sweat by So Damn Red. Of course told from Lucius Malfoy's point of view. He caught Draco and Hermione in the act and he wanted to scare Draco for a little bit for falling in love with someone forbidden. Absolutely love the narrative of Lucius and Narcissa. I feel like it's a very realistic development. That's what I personally think how Lucius and Narcissa will react finding out about Draco and Hermione relationship. Now that we are on this story, it kind of reminds me that So Damn Red writes some very unique and special dramatic fanfiction. I feel like their stories are on the shorter side, but they're just packed with so much quality and so unique premise and just witty writing. If you have not heard about this author before, or if you haven't read their story, I would recommend you do. I just fell in love with their story. Now, second to the last on this list, we have For One of a Jumper by Senlin Yu. And of course, this story is told from Theodore Knott, our prince, our baby point of view. He just keep getting his jumper stolen by someone because someone else doesn't want to stay warm in the winter. The story is just straight love, straight joy, straight happiness. If you guys need like a mood booster or like a perfect dose of love, this story is gonna be perfect for you. Overall, I just love Theodore Knott as a character, as a side character in Dramione fanfiction, and I would just love to read more of his point of view in Dramione story, and I would just love to see how cringe he thinks Draco and Hermione is. While you are at For One of a Jumper, I would also recommend that you check out the other work in this series as well. It is a collab between Senlin Yu and Elysian. If you guys have not fell in love with Senlin Yu writing yet, which I doubt, you guys will fall in love with Elysian art, which I also doubt that you guys haven't fell in love with Elysian art before. The last recommendations that I have in this video is a special, it's hot one, okay, and that is The Train by Music. The story is told from the almighty Harry Potter point of view. This story depicts an alternative universe of this exact scene right here in the Half-Blood Prince. This story told us what if Harry Potter stumbled upon something that he really shouldn't in that train compartment. I don't think I have been clear to this point, but this story is just straight smooth, straight lemon, straight spice, and for someone who doesn't enjoy smooth like myself, this story is so special. To top off that hot action off, Draco is written in such a Draco-y way in this story that you guys will have such a good time. That's the end of my 8 Dramione fanfictions that are told from another person's point of view. For someone like me who reads Dramione a lot, actually I only read Dramione, it's always good to kind of like switch up the point of view. Very refreshing, very unique to read about someone else feeling about that relationship, and I feel like we have very good candidates that we want to see the story unfold from their eyes in this video. So I hope that you guys have a good time hanging out with me today. I hope that you have some new reading material, some new point of view to explore, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.